Hello and welcome back. This is Insti and I'm continuing playing the Pillars of Eternity 2, the Deadfire. Oh, basically Deadfire. Yes, we were last episode. We ended last episode in the Berath's Overlook, which I was going to go and check around. But before we do that, I did forget one person I didn't talk to, and it's the Ivor the Bright here. So I kind of want to talk to him before we enter the Berath area.
Gone shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair, that thy path shall be made clear.
Aha. Maybe he has something else to say later, but apparently not now. So once we are back at the Berath, I'll see you there. So be right back.
Thinking of now?
You be thinking of the Watcher.
That's 10 in a row. That's some talent you got.
Aye, the talent of noticing who you be glancing at before you ask me who you be thinking of.
Right. Okay, so we're done with a little detour there. And, oh, you're just a guard. So what do we have here? We have Pitli's exotic herbs that are coppered. Let's just do it. It's easier like that. Curious Lantern, name your price. Valiant Merchant. Oh, they're talking about Oxshoti. So herbs, what do we... I'm guessing they are selling herbs, but anything I need at the moment? Hello?
Why, hello. Caed at your service.
Caed. Okay. She sits down her pruning shears and looks you up and down with a warm smile.
I can tell that you're new to the Deadfire. Maybe you're still getting your bearings? Some of my herbs can help with seasickness or worse afflictions.
What makes you think I got here recently?
It's nothing personal. You just have that taking everything in look about you.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
Give it time. It'll pass.
She reaches to brush a curl of fur behind her ear. Her gaze wanders towards Serpent and lingers there. Then she pulls her focus back to you, blushing slightly.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Oh, Serpent, sort of. Flashing a crooked grin, Serpent bows to the herbalist. Alois rolls his eyes. Irresponsibility. Oh, damn that irresponsible Serpent. What brings an herbalist to Berath's Overlook? Probably business.
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after.
She smiles. Well, I sort of am after money, but also one loose guard.
Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really.
Yes, so ostentatious.
Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Berath's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
So is it only a facade, maybe? I don't know. Show me what you have for sale. Apothecary gloves, interesting. +1 dexterity, +2 alchemy. Well, I do have the money, but I don't know if I... Oh, I totally forgot we have these things. Twisted Root Doll. Earrings. Wine Lurker. Once per rest, but uses 5. Oh, bloody hell. This can be interesting if we encounter a boss fight where we really need summons or something like that. So yeah, maybe. Other than that, the uses is something that which happened in the last game too, that if there's uses, I don't probably use it at all, because there's always the next time when I might need it. I'll have to check these out of camera, but not now. So let's make a quick save and see what we can basically loot from here, because she's over there. So she...
Where there's a pick,
There's a way.
Nice. Yeah. That ought to do it. Yeah. I think it did. Hello. Good luck with your business, I guess. So let's, I don't know, let's grab these clay berries. The dark cupboard. Yes. Hopefully we can go through the Neketaka in this episode and get every quest we can.
This is why wizards get a bad reputation.
Nice cards you have here. So probably stealing is something I shouldn't do. But I might check. These exotic spices sting your eyes when you lean to examine. Home slats and scroll of Moonwell, okay. Ironclad construct, well, makes sense. Grimoire of Vaporous Wizardry. Vaporous. Let's hope this is not stealing because I'm just checking. Well, it wasn't. Okay, good. Good. Shop Imp. What is that? The horn bones of a godlike, the black. Simply reads, shoplifters beware, without context. Again, exceptional scale armor.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno, not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madiko!
I think that is something we can investigate. A spine of thicket. Quarterstaff, two-handed, exceptional. Now, interesting. Bird's Decay. Plus 20% damage against vessels, plus 5 accuracy against vessels, plus all plant ability power levels. Plant ability? He would be one hell of a horticulturist. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably want to check that because I really don't like the name Sacrifice Pet. And I don't like the look of the machine. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We're not testing that at the moment. Probably never.
Not a chance.
A lot of health. Potion of elemental defense.
Fortune. Good sir?
You say what now?
Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune?
The puppet in the box cocks his head to the side and stares at you with a vacant expression. He taps the metal coin slot expectantly. What's your story?
I got on Archimere's bad side and didn't exactly survive the experience. I'm not really supposed to chat with customers.
He taps the coin slot and winks at you. Well, I still don't understand. Oh, we can use this. Oh, yeah. I wasn't aware it was possible to bind a soul on this type of contraption.
How about you get yourself over to the Animance's tower in the Sacred Stair then? No need to gawk at me.
Do they want to have any problem with Archimer holding you here as a slave?
The Queen is too pleased at having an archmage at her disposal to care.
His hinged mouth twitches in a sad smile.
I can't blame her. The Huana have got it rough. We all need coin in the end.
Do any of your fortunes actually come true?
Sure, all the time.
He stares at you unblinkingly, daring you to call him a liar. I had other questions. So let's give up 1 copper. I'd like to hear my fortune. The puppet's eyes glows and he steeples his fingers. You hear gears whirring and clicking inside the box. His eyes reopen, this time with the amber glow. You have lost 1 copper.
I see an island. Its shores are pitted, wreathed in fire. But you are bound to go there. Someone awaits you. A man, I think. An old friend. I can see no more. Unless you give me another pyre.
I think I want my coin back. You're not very good at this, are you? Well, let's hear it.
I see a house. 4 walls, a ceiling, a floor.
Usually.
All wood.
Mm-hmm.
If you sleep there 4 nights straight, your one true love will pass by in the street. Be quick, before the bard in red steals her away.
Okay, once more.
I see a bucket. No, a ship. You're going to embark on a journey very soon. Or have you already? If you encounter a man in a hat, you must be careful not to speak to him. The consequences are too dire.
He nods in a sagely fashion. I kind of want to listen once more.
I see a woman with black hair. No, red hair. Very dark red. Or maybe it really is black. She'll want you to recover her wedding ring. When she pays you, be careful. There's a scorpion hidden in her coin purse. I know not why.
His head clicks on the side. Okay, so we have listened 4 times. Let's make it 5.
I see a fork in the road. There's a statue of a human. Someone in robes. Take the left fork. If you go right, it could get ugly. Don't ask me why.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I just told you an accurate fortune. You'll be thanking me when it comes true.
It would be quite interesting. Actually, write this down and see if there's...
Oh, Ifrin, you were right. I can't believe I ever doubted you. That's what you'll say. Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. It would be interesting to write those down. Well, I'm not doing it, but see if there would be a situation where you could say that the story is right. Well, the hat thing, well, I've been meeting quite a lot of people with hats, so there's that. Let's go to the living quarters because we can. How many cards are there? I don't know. We'll see. No one. And it's not stealing. Why can't we activate the wind? Nice. Fine robe. Hood.
I'll deal with this. I'll see it.
Troll hide belt. Regeneration. Oh. The window overlooks the streets of Perikis overlook. The second floor of Archimedes Manor is just across the way. The right tool and practice throwing arm could make crossing the gap manageable feat. Study the distance. We're not doing it yet. The gap between the window and the manor is too far to leap. Moreover, the sheer wall and erratic gusts of wind make the prospect of scaling too treacherous. However, anyone with a decent climbing experience could secure a grappling hook from this distance. As you observe the manor, you catch the silhouette of a lone ironclad construct patrolling the second floor. So, I guess if we have a reason, which we will probably have, to go to Archimedes' place, we use this to make it easier. Facina's journal. The misery of this apprenticeship. Madiko, Archimedes saves only the most tedious errands for me. If I'm not going to learn anything from this trial, I must find some way to steal enjoyment from it. Whenever Archimedes claims to be deep in study, I will find him wandering the halls wearing an illusory face to trick his imps. Fools pulls them every time. Sometimes I think he came to the Deadfire to be alone with those nasty things, and he spites me for getting in the way of this fun. He's fun. Shortly after he left town, I stole one of the robes he keeps in his bedroom. Seems thought I was the master. Fed me cheese and ale for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, I returned the robe when I was done. Maybe it's not too late to start enjoying myself. Oh, so yes, if we enter there, we should find a robe which we would put on us, and we should be hunky-dory. But at the moment, I don't know why we want to enter there. Now, did I have a belt? I think I did. +1 PS armor rating, +1 / armor rating. Ooh. Now. The question is, maybe I give this to her. Now, this is a minor protection. I do have a minor protection. So let's see. What are my stats at the moment? 15, 15, 12, 11, 12, 15. So more might. That's not a bad thing to have. Now, do I want to have a health restored 1 per 6 seconds, or I could try that. And you could have this, maybe. Either buy these can go to the stash. Anyone else have something that they don't need? Well, you can use those. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay. Did I? Did you have some bombs? You could have some more, if I'm honest. This would be distract, blinded, maybe. Did I have a space? I do, so I could have these just in case. Find maze. I'll have to check if somebody needs those. Minor ring of protection. You had one of those. You had your own. Yeah, that's okay, I think. Yeah. Now. Hello. Who are you? Quarter trader. Okay. Hello there, Fascina.
That flaccid batso.
Okay, and this young wizard clutches the countertop, looking as if she's either going to vault over it or snap it in half.
Imp, you had none of that, huh?
The imp mutters to himself in a dark, guttural tone.
That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Fascina.
She grabs a fistful of her hair and sighs. What was that all about?
My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back.
So you'd say those are valuable to you?
He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves.
Okay. Strange that the constructs didn't attack him for stealing. That is strange, too.
Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious.
Flustered, she finds an excuse to look elsewhere. What aren't you telling me?
Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here.
Fascina calls into her fist and avoids eye contact.
I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again.
Why does he need the money?
He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stoneheel. By all accounts, a deadly serious man.
Very serious. And the clothes are so important. Why?
You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk.
So very cheap, I guess.
Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow.
Well, I'll let you know if I happen to find them.
Kindness, considering this is not your problem.
No, I didn't say I'm going to find them if I find them.
I do not know where Berteno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Berath Citadel docks.
The Sinna bites her thumbnail and glares at the door, seeming to wish it would burst off its hinges. I guess she means the door, not the thumbnail.
Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Berteno wouldn't be so panicked.
Well, tell me about yourself, because why not?
I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkemir to you.
Oh, a Saruman wannabe, okay.
What few spells I know have names like Arkemir's Dripping Scourge or Arkemir's Malevolent Codpiece.
Ooh, that's a nasty, malevolent codpiece.
He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things.
Oh, they look kinda cute.
I think it's because he knows I hate them.
The Sinna sighs and waits patiently for you to speak up. You use a lot of honorifics when you talk about Arkemir. Arkemir is archmage of worldwide renown. Their spells bearing his names focus largely on illusion and pain. Qualities that he prizes in his personal life and teaching philosophy. Over the years, he has fostered dozens of students, but none have graduated from their apprenticeship to Arkemir's satisfaction, opting instead to leave his service in bitterness and resentment over the Archmage's notoriously unfair treatment. He lives in Neketaka at Periki's Overlook, where he operates a local magic shop, the Dark Cover.
He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship.
I bet you could, she grins, glancing left and right.
To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers.
Yeah. You've been using quite a lot of time, apparently, making these names. So, what do you have for sale? Yernaug's Careful Calamities. That is pretty expensive. Well, there would be a Call to Slumber. Do I have that? That would be nice. Arcane Cleanse. Minus 1000 seconds duration of beneficial effects. Strips of all beneficial effects on those in the... Oh, that is actually quite nice. Petrification. So maybe anything else? Blessed Incense. Thieves' Potter. Lots of scrolls. Exceptional dagger. Living Steel. Yes, ingredient makes sense. The spine of the thicket green, 10,000 almost. Ring of Focused Flame. Must have accuracy with fire attacks. Shasha's Singing Scimitar. That could get really annoying if it sings all the time. And this weapon was once property of Shasha Ceremon. A chanter of great renown, her noble deeds and many victories are the stuff of legends. Long have the song of her adventures filled noble halls and humble taverns alike, though no song sung or poem penned has succeeded in truly describing Shasha's grace with a blade. Her scimitar, an antique blade of an exquisite artistry, stirs the air when swung. humming with a particularly vibrant frequency. The sound is a complex, dissonant harmony, beautiful and jarring. It is both a tool of battle and instrument of song. If the nicks along the silver-plated edges are any indication, the great chanter carried this scimitar for many years and crossplays with many foe. Oh, anyone can use it, okay. Empowering an invocation returns 3 chanter phrases. So this probably would be nice to our enchanter once we level him up and use him. Letandria's Devotion. Medium shield 1. Causes nearby allies to recover health over time. How much? 12,000. Oh, bloody hell, but tempting for Aether. Spellkeeper. +5 all defenses against spells. Grants spell cache. 2 per rest. Summons a random scroll into empty quick slot at the start of combat. The scroll disappears when That is not bad. That could be nice. Say to Alet or somebody else. Luminous Atra Camel. Again, 5 uses, okay. More grimoires. Lengrath. We dealt with that bastard in the last game. Finally, Finn's Bridal Garter. +1 Constitution Resistance and Dexterity Afflictions. Again, I'm in a situation I don't know what I want to buy, so I don't buy anything at the moment. We're just moving on. And collecting quests and whatnot.
How'd you come by that scar on your brow, Aloth?
This? I found myself in a rather perilous situation with a band of Darghouls.
Darghouls can be real nasty. You're lucky that's all you got to show for it.
I certainly gave them worse. Not to boast, of course.
Of course. So, Ebaita,
Quench your thirst on the way up the mountain?
what do you serve here?
Spirits and the like? No one this side of the slope will scorn you for a little indulgence. Between us, folks tend to linger and spend coin in parikis when they've had a few. Good for business, I say.
Okay. Now, Archemer's Manor. So I'm guessing...
You had no right to interfere in Rauatai's business.
Huana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
Netehe and Tubara. So I'm guessing we could try to lockpick it. Of course, we cannot lockpick it. We cannot open it now. Well, I don't know, maybe with a lockpick. But to be honest, we probably want to jump there if we really want to get in there. Which we might try later.
I don't give 2 pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
The Aumau woman clutches her fist at her side. Her severe features are caught in an unshakable grimace.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy, the Razanui has bigger problems.
Razanui? A Rauataian title roughly equivalent to Admiral. The more calm and composed Juana smiles, turning when she notices you.
If you've come to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
Those are very serious business. Wizard business. Did you say wizard business?
Arkemir could be drinking Koiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
What did you want with Arkemir?
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rauatai.
Aha.
In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
So it's my choosing which one would have it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both.
Well, an intact primary source is a rare find for the Huana.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
Wait, is there another reason why you both want the tablet so badly? The pair go silent and awkwardly avoid eye contact, focusing in different directions. Spit it out.
There are things better left unsaid.
No, they're not.
While I'm standing here, you mean?
Akira, I don't deny it.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Arkemir time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Arkemir? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Ooh, shots fired. Nete blinks at her in shock and takes a moment to smooth down the creases in her uniform.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
I have questions for Nete before you go.
For me? I could use a reprieve.
Okay. Nete watches Tumara skulk away, turning back to you only when she's gone and lets you heavy sigh. Oh, I kind of want to talk to them both, but anyways.
These are frustrating times we live in. What say?
Opens her palms, inviting you to speak. Any ideas on retrieve the Harapo epic?
There's always Facina, Arkemir's apprentice. No love lost there if whispers are true.
Yep, well, she's not really hiding it though, yeah.
Arkemir seems to enrage those of his inner circle, not excluding the imps.
I had questions about the tablet.
Akira, I say the relevance of the Harapo epic can't be overstated. It could prove a touchstone for the Huana. It could even... Sorry, you go ahead.
So why is the tablet so important to you?
It is important to all who call the Deadfire home. I only tell you this because I know you can be trusted.
Okay. Sure. How do you know I've been trusted? Well, whatever.
The epic is supposed to contain information on Ukaizo.
Ukaizo is a mythical island rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire Archipelago. Some legends regard Ukaizo as the wellspring of Huana culture. Others tell of riches beyond measure. All agree that Ukaizo vanished after cataclysmic storms and volcanic eruptions blotted out the horizon. But it remains to be seen if these tales possess an echo of merit or simply romanticize an ancient fantasy. Tempting.
Nothing as dramatic as a set of coordinates, but anything helps.
You don't say.
Stories are also important to the Huana. Much of who we are is still missing.
What could the epic tell you about the Huana?
The story could speak to the values and beliefs of our ancestors. The language structure, narrative voice, and use of metaphor can tell us something about the time of its inscription.
She touches her bottom lip and glances off to the distance.
We could even... Oh, I've lost you, haven't I? Akira, I tend to go on.
Did you know about the epic before it fell into Arkemir's hands?
Akira, from the Journal of Rakua, an explorer who found the tablet on a remote island some 20 years ago. Unfortunately for Rakua, the most we found of her was her journal among the flotsam of a shipwreck.
Why is the Royal Deadfire Company so interested in the tablet?
They think the tablet can show them.
Yes? Nete stopped herself, weighing her words with care.
Well, the way to Ukaizo.
Why are you whispering about that? She sighs and regards you with unease.
Akira, it's a mythical island, but that isn't stopping any of us from rushing to claim it first.
Including you, okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Akira, the pleasure is mine.
Probably not. Now, I'm tempted to find that island.
Did the queen summon everyone to the palace?
What else flowing
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
through this timepiece
Do you think the Audra Colossus would
keeps
come
its
here
mechanism
next?
in constant motion?
Pray to Kahopa, it does not.
Okay, you're just a person. Ooh, cat. Jewels. What's one perception? Not to be crushed.
The sea is true home, not smelly mountain.
Okay, worthless idiot. Well, that's a bit harsh. An engraving at the base of the statue reads, Periki, first guild master of the Water Shapers Guild. She looks downcast and introspective. Now, worthless idiot.
What you want?
Abe recoils from you with a sharp hiss. What are you doing out here?
Archimere doesn't let worthless idiot outside after worthless idiot sprayed dung on stupid tablet.
Tablet, you say?
But Archimere not home.
Mischievous grin splits Abe's bony features.
So worthless idiot watches the ships come in. Looks at all the tasty gulls.
It sighs down at a vista of ocean and docks. You want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome to aboard Surprise. Your name is Worthless Idiot?
Those Archimere's big words. Gave name, but worthless idiot no understand.
Worthless Idiot wriggles finger in its ear. We could be honest, I'm pretty sure he meant it as an insult. That could work. Benevolent, we're not going that with the name is a title of distinction among wizards. Why would that be benevolent? Well, I kinda see it, but I still don't. Back to my question. I'm pretty sure he meant it as an insult.
That's so? Worthless idiot should ask Stinkfoot or Catbreath what they say.
Aha. So how can I get inside Archimede's manor?
Sprout wings like imp, huh? Fly up the balcony.
Little hint there, the imp bats its wings bat extra hard for emphasis before pointing at the highest level of the neighboring manor.
The doors are for ground meat.
Ground meat, okay. So you want to set sail and eat gulls? You're welcome to aboard Surprise. Well, not the gulls, maybe, please, but still. Dave takes in your word, its eyes widening to the size of moist saucers. A flap of its wings carries it closer to whisper in your ear.
How often you beat your crew, huh?
Again, as long as the morale improves. It doesn't whisper at all, and the question sends a ringing through your ears. I don't. Not yet, at least. Ouch, only when they're nosy. Follow my orders and we shouldn't have a problem. Only when they displease me. I don't. Not yet, at least.
No beatings? None?
It blinks, struggling to encompass the idea.
I join crew? I join crew!
Aim flutters in an excited little circle. It points down the distant shape of Queen's Berth and salivates at the sight of gulls landing on the rigging of Surprise. Okay, we got an imp. Wordless Idiot is now available to crew your ship. Well, the story of my life. I'm surrounded by wordless idiots. Aren't I the funny one?
I'll see it done.
So let's go and check the Water Shapers Guild.
You must gather your...
Yes, I was trying to gather my party, but they are too slow.
Before venturing forth.
Thank you. So, Tekehu Guildmaster Mairu. Anything before we talk to them, of course.
Tekehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
A guildmaster in fine robes stares down the sizable blue-skinned Aumaua before her. Students observe the exchange in loose circle, exchanging whispers.
Guildmaster, be reasonable.
Eothas his anemone-like hair, which glows faintly as each bulbous strand settles in place.
I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
He crosses his arms and raises one eyebrow. The murmurs of the crowd grow in volume.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool.
She pacifies her tone, suddenly conscious of the onlookers. Looks like a disobedient fish slipped through the net. This sounds important, or controversial, or both. Don't let me stop you. Well, I say nothing.
My patience wears thin, old shark.
Ooh.
You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rikuhu's bowels.
Rikuhu? Many wanna worship Berath as Riku, who the twin eel god that represents the cyclic connection between overworld and underworld life and death. Okay. In spite of their obvious age difference, the Kehu raises an instructive finger to the guildmaster. She flares her nostrils and takes a deep breath. Aloth sighs through his nose.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
One a trickster goddess with a humanoid body and the head of an anglerfish who is thought to lure mariners either into or out of trouble at her whim. Is the child of Ngati, Ondra, goddess of the sea? I say nothing.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
The guildmaster sidesteps the Kehu and takes a long stride away from the circle, sparing another glance at the Kehu. The crowd disperses.
Ugh, insufferable.
The Kehu sighs and smooths back his hair. He turns his attention to you with a raised brow.
Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection?
The Kehu grins and opens a palm, inviting you to speak. Water shaping sounds like a prestigious talent. I take it you and the guildmaster don't get along. Have you got something to tell to the crowd? So I'll take it you and the guildmaster don't get along.
Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say.
Godlike?
Just so. Blessed and cursed at birth, I say. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes.
He folds his arms and grimaces, and Aloth is rolling his eyes. So push back a little, test your boundaries. You certainly are. I can tell you why they revere you. Shouldn't you be just a little grateful? Sounds like they put a lot of pressure on you. I'll go with the show, but push back a little, test your boundaries.
The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse?
The Kehu tugs on his hair and purses his lips, and Aloth, well, still rolling eyes. Shotty runs her tongue over her cheek. Okay. Passionate. The bathhouse, definitely the bathhouse. Consider your responsibilities first. It's up to you, say nothing.
The waters are fine, I say. Finer still with company.
His grin widens even further as he appraises you, and Aloth gives you a pained look again. Sighing to himself, the Kehu scans you up and down. He casually clears his throat and glances away. Say nothing.
Time alone is never wasted, I say.
I could use a rowdy fish like you on a surprise if you'll have a watcher at the helm. Water shaping sounds like a prestigious talent. Have you got something to tell the crown? Yeah, have you something to tell to the crown?
Kara, I sent the prince a missive and heard nothing back. He is a busy warrior in a time of peace, I say.
Are you a possible crew member? Let's go talk to him together then. Being a watcher tends to open doors.
A watcher? And here I am used to being the freak of Pariki's overlook.
Oh, touché. He rests a hand on his hip and grins.
What does a watcher do?
I commune with the spirits of the dead. I am intermediary between the here and the in-between. I'm the herald of Berath for now, at least. I watch, mostly the dead. I watch, mostly the dead.
Ikera, just so.
This rose his chin, nodding.
I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist.
He stirs his fingers through the air, drawing together droplets of moisture into an orb of water that floats over his palm.
My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy. To brew ink and sort parchment.
He lets the rope fall to the ground and splash at his feet. I have nothing against the sensitive artists. Well, I'm curious to see what you can do. If you can do tricks, we should get along just fine. If your abilities can drown our enemies, you can call it whatever you like. Yes, if your abilities can drown our enemies, you can call it whatever you like.
Will we do much fighting then? Kara, a pity.
The Kehu scratches the back of his head.
You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Ardra Colossus reach my ears.
Well, that isn't really a surprise, you know. It's hard to miss.
And louder whispers of a corpse who follows him.
No, I take that personally, you know. I'm not dead yet.
What will you do when you catch up to this walking god?
Eothas needs to answer for his action, and that will be for the rest of the cards to decide. Offer a few compliments, buy him a drink, see where it goes from there. I'm not sure yet. Any ideas? Well, I'll go with the offer a compliments, buy him a drink, see where it goes from there.
For me, there is not enough rum in the Deadfire to even consider it.
Because I have no faintest clue what to do with it.
If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship.
And I shall put you as a figurehead on my ship if you cross me now or ever. The Kehu inclines his head and touches the circular marking on his brow.
Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
Alf massages his temple, shaking his head.
Fish smell would be an improvement. Glad to have you.
Thanks, Eda.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ingati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion.
Also, she says, contentedly. Okay, so what can you breathe underwater? Are you hiding an anglerfish lure under that rope? Okay, I look forward to learning all about it. Good for you. I'm happy you're so special. Good for you.
I say you will learn. In time.
He winks, his eyes suddenly as dark as piece of polished onyx. So, Druid Water Saber. I'm bad with druids. I'll probably go with basic Water Saber. We already... Oh, he would be a storm speaker as a chanter. Oh. I guess I'll make him a druid. I don't know if we are going to use him as much. We'll see. That interesting point. It would be nice. Well, it would have been nice to know, because we had the other chanter too, that what these differences are. But well, I could make him a chanter, but I'll make him a druid. And you can, yeah, stay there for now. Alad's fingers fidget with the hem of his outfit, and his mouth is pressed into a thin frown. He gives you a familiar, uncertain look, as if he's trying to figure out what to say. You seem troubled. Care to discuss it? Keep it up, and your face stay that way. Whatever this is, I don't want to hear. What is it?
I hope you know I have immense respect for all you've accomplished.
Stop the ass kissing. He passes his lips around the inevitable but.
But lately, you don't seem to recognize the gravity of the situation before you. That troubles me.
So should I be more moping and sulking? Speak plainly. You have my full attention, Alad. Whatever this is, I don't want to... What do you mean?
Chasing Eothas and treating with the leaders of Deadfire has put you in a position of incredible responsibility.
Oh no.
I only wish you took your role more seriously. It so often seems you're oblivious to the lives that depend on you. Or unconcerned by them.
What are you asking of me? You misunderstood me. Don't lecture me, ever. He freezes, shock plain on his face. After a moment, cold detachment replaces it.
At least I know where we stand.
Yes. Now be a good wizard and shut the... It is Ngati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view. Her eyes well with tears as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace. The lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. Right. Now, these are obviously stealing, but... Arotian calendar? I don't know why I'm checking these, because I'm not stealing... Oh, Daraku's reply. Myro, for what did you send me away to mediate on the fourth form in uncharted waters, only to summon me back to the Kahanga fleet? A bomb must have gone off in a Serpent's crown, one of revelation if not black powder. The interruption is a setback. I trust that whatever happens next will propel our people forward. I will save Periki's resolve into the waters where I suspect you need me most, and await your orders. I hope that the rumors carried upon the waves are to be trusted. I would tell you to send Onekasa, my love, but she knows that it is hers. Tell her that she needs only snap her fingers and I will be her storm again. Daraku Master Water Shaper. Is this... I can take that. And the 4 forms of water shaping. What follows is an initiate primer in the 4 forms of water shaping, which comprise the basic lessons of our guild: grief, hope, metamorphosis, and transcendence. The form of grief, acceptance that one's physicality is not immutable as water. The form of hope, understanding that the water is more relentless and inexorable than any natural force. The form of metamorphosis, realization that the body's internal water can help to mediate the prior forms. The form of transcendence, water covers era. If water can be shade, so can the world. Selected correspondence, quick save. What is this? This ornate basin makes a high-pitched ringing sound when pressure is applied around the outer rim. Nice. Guild ruins. So, Myro.
You have questions for me. Speak up, I say.
Myro folds her arms and nods. Tell me about the guild.
Ikira, my pleasure. Water shaping is a talent bestowed on the Huana by the goddess Ngati. Periki was the first in recent memory to organize the talent into a series of teachable forms. What else would you like to know?
Where do water shapers get their power?
Our art is the yield of the Huana's ancient covenant with the goddess. Our ancestors pledged to protect the luminous Adra, the islands, and the tribes. Ngati gifted us with the strength to keep our promise.
What do water shapers do exactly?
We control tides, prevent storm damage, and keep unwelcome ships at bay. Lately, we have experienced an artistic revival of sorts, thanks to our star pupil, Takehu.
Yeah, I know of him.
We represent the best of Huana achievement. No small responsibility.
Humble, I see. Back to my other questions.
Akira, speak freely.
Apparently nothing.
Akira,
No.
Periki was the
Farewell. So, nothing at the moment. Varua. A young Huana holds out his hands as if to catch an incoming missile. He winches in concentration, an orb of water rises and floats midair. Sweat drips down his nose. He flinches, and in that instant the water loses all shape and splashes on the floor. Crestfallen, he sighs and drops his stance.
Did you need something?
He nods to you and shakes out his arms, readying himself for another try. You seem to be having a trouble.
I can feel the connection to Andra just like Myru taught me. But there's something missing. Maybe it's my form.
Remember to hold your breath and keep your knees together.
Really? That isn't how the Guildmaster taught it.
His brow creases with uncertainty.
That's okay. Persistence is everything, right?
Right. So that's it. Now, what do we have here? I'm fairly certain nobody saw anything. Now, Guild Ruins, I kind of want to check that at least. Did I check? Yeah, I did. I hope. Did I take everything? I'll have to check that once we go out. Now this seems interesting.
Ain't said he's got regular.
What? This stone door is sealed shut. A few engraved symbols stand out among the other carvings and inscriptions. Apart from that, you find no evident means of opening the way. A faded inscription is nestled among the elaborate stone carvings. Well, let's read it. Huana runes decorate the stone entrance. Ngati would not have gifted her chosen people a watery covenant unless they persisted in deserving it. This sanctum is a covenant of our making. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion will open the way. Periki, master of the guild. Push against the door. The door stands resolutely shut. No amount of brute pressure will influence the one way or another. Well, let's punch it. You slam your fist against the door with all your might, blooding your knuckles in the process. Someone chuckles. You aim a harsh look over your shoulder and the laughter from your party abruptly goes quiet. So for now, I don't think we can do anything.
Nations against this sort of place? No?
I'll see what I can find.
Are you enemies? I don't think you're enemies. I guess they're not enemies. At the moment, at least. It's not stealing. This would be stealing. Body hull. Exceptional scale armor obsidian spawn. Well, that happened. This statue depicts Aumaua woman. Her hand extends and grasping at the air. An eroded black sits by her feet. Something about the statue calls out to you. The echo of a fractured soul that tarried in this place for a long and thoughtful years. You feel victory tinged by grief and regret. Hold her hand. You grasp her hand with a tenderness. At first, nothing happens, but then that tiny droplet of water forms at the corner of her eye and rolls down her cheek, dripping on the floor. Wipe away the tear. You reach out and draw your thumb down the statue's cheek, wiping away the trail of moisture. For a moment, the stone feels soft to the touch. Inspect the lingering soul. Your vision bobs with the emotion of the sea. You stand aboard the deck of a swift winds where your mates share bemused, self-congratulatory glances as they were. One of them claps your back with approval. You step back and aim a reproachful look at your mate, however friendly his intent. You know there will be time for reprieve when you are squared away in Neketaka. Something cuts through the water to your port side, an enormous shape just beneath the waves. Someone shouts that the winds have turned in your favor at last. This is followed by an enthusiastic cheer among the crew. You don't share their mirth. Eyes to the horizon, I say. You bring home a mighty gift, though it takes an unusual form, one that you pray Ngati you are able to keep in check. The vision dissipates and your land legs reassert themselves. So let's attempt to read the black. The words are much eroded and water damaged, but a few choice snippets of phrases stand out with the clarity. Periki, Law and Hunter, cross the length of and back again. Berath for cunning deal. Eothas, may her rest. Guilty soul. Edom. Nothing else about the black stands out as remarkable. Okay. Ekeno.
What say, friend? The guild's sanctum has seen better days.
The young water shepherd is on his broom and smiles at you. What do you do here?
Simply a caretaker. I dust off Periki's tomb and try to keep the place tidy. Caring for the guild hall usually means drying off what others get wet in practice.
Shakes his head with a weary smile. What's behind that stone door by the staircase?
Sanctum for master water shapers, I say. No students or outsiders allowed. I have never been there myself. Myru assures me the room has no need of cleaning.
Shrugs, smiling. Are you a water shaper?
Akira. One of middling skill, if I am generous. Not all of us can boast of Takehu's talent. But Nagati touches us differently, I say. The guild didn't used to allow outsiders the freedom of our halls. Akira. But how times change.
Indeed. The question is, I have no idea how I would get inside through the door, I mean. Maybe not yet, at least. Diary of an unnamed pirate. Excerpts from the diary of an unnamed pirate about the lost vessel Fisher Queen. The sea is every inch Ondra's blood, every inch her tears, and though it be Abera's breath what moves us through, it is only by Ondra's will we don't drown in her holy viscera. Court her wrath at your peril, cause she don't know the meaning of mercy. An old timer told me that my first time out of port and... Wait. I've already read this because they were hunting the maiden stays like shit. Okay. I still steal it anyways. Okay, this is a bit of a weird place. So what's up with this? The tunnel descends sharply into the murky waters. There's no telling just how far into the mountain it goes. So at least not at the moment we can enter there. So is this it? It seems like this is it for now. Yeah, we have exceptional scale armor obsidians, but we are not stealing those. Well, bummer. Anything new here now? Not really. Maybe we have to have the new crew member with us. Maybe. So did I take everything from here? Yes, I did. So let us leave. Hopefully the rest of the areas are a bit smaller, so I finally could get this Negataka done for. Eothas raiment to the Gullet, Luminous Bathhouse, Overlook Cuisine, Mari his metal. Okay. Everybody wants to buy that lantern. So what do we have here? There are a few places we could try to enter after we done with the scouting. Basically the Archimer's place, then the other place, I can't remember what it was, but anyways, I digress. In the first area, Queen's Birth. I'll probably have to sell some stuff later. And there's both local and foreign are daunting to find cloth. Hello there, Eothas.
If you find yourself in need of comfortable garb, I'm happy to oblige.
The dwarf tips his head in curt professional manner. You're a tailor.
I've been known to rip a seam here and there, patch some shredded gear back into shape.
His expression shift, turning sour.
Thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle?
Forgive me, I meant no offense. Well, wouldn't they? Yeah, grab him by his collar. His eye snaps open as you hoist him off the ground. Eothas clutches your hands and kicks his leg, but he's too terrified to scream. Once your point is made, you'll lower him back to the ground slowly.
That'll teach my idiot mouth. I won't make assumptions about you making assumptions.
Thank you.
Okay?
He brushes himself off and licks his thumb to smooth a hair back in place.
If it's armor you're after, Marihi will set you up. She's got a knack for metal.
He points out the door and jerks his head to the east. So what do you have for sale? Mantle of 7 bolts. +2 shock armor rating. Grants storm of 7 bolts. Once per rest, unleashes 7 powerful arcs of lightning, which bounces off walls, harming anyone in their path, including probably our friendlies. Shock damage AoE with knockdown. Okay. Burglar's gloves. +1 dexterity, +2 mechanics, +2 athletics. Ooh, I kind of want to buy these, but also I don't want to spend my money at the moment. Unless I sell stuff. I could sell stuff, but I do that out of the camera. Rubber clothing. Ngati Girdle. +1 athletics, 10% chance to cast interrupting crush damage. AoE when critical hit in melee. Well, not at the moment. I'll do the selling and stuff later. Oh, we can't open this, bloody hell. Come on. So. Yes, a little bit.
Nago, you have truly put your foot in it this time.
Degnos, hello.
Poste Nago, Adolf Entre, you go to visit the Luminous Bathhouse, yes?
Perhaps, why do you ask?
My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside.
And you can't go in, why?
My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard.
As he should.
Merla, I cannot swim.
Sailor who cannot swim. A look of horror spreads across his face.
I would go by myself, but the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief.
He stares at his feet, his hand an anxious twisting knot in front of him. Okay, so we could be benevolent, we cannot. I tire of running petty errands for fools. Farewell. Okay. Ah, you thief. Why can't you ask your Kasita to retrieve it then?
I would rather her not discover my incompetence.
His eyes dart to the side as if looking for something or someone just outside his vision. Yes, I'm sure she is well aware. He bites his lower lip, uncertain whether or not to take your words at face value. Are you a thief?
No, of course not.
His eyes widen in fright and he waves his hands frantically before you in a warning gesture. I'll let you know if I see it.
Gelade, you mean it? Agrasima, I am in your debt.
You probably will be. The air of misery suffusing him lifts for a moment. His eyes go wide and he grins.
There is one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten?
Yes, how could you? He tugs at the collar of his shirt as if it's only much too hot.
If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... The information is...
He searches for the word.
Proprietary. You understand?
You request a favor and attempt to dictate the terms of its fulfillment. Well, now I can't wait to see what's inside. I would never.
When I first saw you, I knew you were a trustworthy sort. I knew.
Light-hearted, the faint trace of smile forms. Oh, bloody hell, Ada. Hands off hips, instead of her grins. Shorty lifts her chin in an interest. So I just said I'm probably going to check the satchel and my... Okay.
Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
Sure. So before we do that,
Pot razor skewers, crusted swordfish.
Okay, man. Well, we might as... Wait, what is this? Flint. Oh, flint and tinder. Okay.
Today's catch, I say. Fresh and hot, spiced to the tongue of outsider and local alike.
The vendor gestures to a bed of hot coals in his wagon, a flavorsome scent rising from bundles of meat-stuffed leaves. Show me what you got. Hearty breakfast, mariner's porridge, fried ugly. Okay. Let's check the metalwork before we go to the bathhouse.
It's finished.
Okay, we can't open those. So, armor invoice. Most of this document is drafted in a careful official hand. Another author appears to have made several hasty additions to our valued customer. On behalf of dedicated staff of the consignment and salvage clearinghouse, we thank you for expressing interest in the purchase of One Mail West, Enchantments Unknown, previous owner Magnera Free Trader. Unfortunately, our licensed dealer, Rimo Caldera, salvage marker 56221, informed us item unavailable, delivery to be carried out by the Captain Caed Nua, but the shipment interdicted by Berath hunters, vessel sunk. This is most regrettable. Enclosed is your original payment, Valiant Trade Bullion, amount undisclosed minus 10% finder's fee. We certainly hope you will consider future business with us despite this setback. Sincerest regards, Roven Kiakon, Shipping Quartermaster CACS. Dealer's note, if any. Not certain if West went down with the Caed Nua. We'll make further inquiries. Probably didn't. Shell, Shafar, whatever. Now, the back door area. Well, we could sell them at least, so let's see. Let's be extra careful. Nice. So, wait. What are you selling?
I say, you look like someone who wants protection and a certain something about presence. Akira?
Ooh, the Huana woman scans you up and down, nodding as she measures your proportions.
Holler if any of the iron or steel laying around catches your fancy. Or if you need something repaired, I'm happy to take a glance.
Ah, so the shards of the Blade of Endless Paths and the Whispers of Yenwood. Can you do anything with these?
Akira, but these wonders have suffered greatly. I say you must take better care of your things.
She sets down the shards and frowns at you. I know, believe me, so what do you think? It's not wise to question how I use my weapons, Marie. Say nothing.
I say I could repair these to their working order for 1,500 pyres each. Something about the metal, it yearns to bond as one. I could join all these pieces into a great sword for 3,000 pyres.
Great sword.
If you need iron or steel, maybe even something lighter, I've got plenty in stock.
Okay, I'll make a save because I kind of want to see what is this.
If you need iron or steel, maybe Akira. When you swing this beauty, you must make sure to tell your foes that Mahiri sent you.
She gathers up armloads of shards and gestures for you to wait. You have lost item, blah blah blah. Okay.
Whispers of the Endless Paths. A most brooding and gloomful weapon, I say.
Whispers of Endless Paths.
May it chop your enemies into fine pieces for the delight of Tongaloa.
This is some fine work.
I'm honored to have the trust of such a fine customer. Do not hesitate to bring me another challenge. Akira?
Well,
if you need iron or steel, maybe even something lighter, I've got plenty in stock.
Bergis Overlook is an interesting place for an armorer.
Akira, they wouldn't put a traditional smith here unless she brought something special.
Nice.
My clients wanted everything engraved and beautiful. Wasn't why I got into the business, but it keeps my debtors happy. I keep it interesting working with exotic materials like shark leather, since there's some demand and little supply.
Show me what you have for sale. Fine battle, Queen's Rule. Great sword, two-handed. 30% damage, plus 8 accuracy, plus 2 penetration, grants capture. 2 per rest, exerts your supremacy to switch position with a single enemy. If you are higher level than your foe, you will make a full attack on them in the process. Spearcaster, Arbalest. Minus 10 deflection against melee weapons. Ooh, that's okay, understandable. Rune bolts plus 5 range accuracy, increases with Arcana skills. 50% chance to knock back and daze target on scoring hit. Tempting, but too expensive. Lover's Embrace, Dagger, one-handed. Grants true love's kiss. Stealth attack causes the target to bleed for a raw damage until combat ends. That's not bad, I would say. Tortillo's Palm. Small shield, one-handed. 10% chance of receiving melee weapon damage to gain 1 wound. Okay, so let's check what we got. Wait, where did it go? There. Range 1.3. Penetration 10. To hit accuracy 44 with deflection. Attack time 0.7. Area of effect target plus length 2.280 degrees cone from caster. Additional effects plus 30 damage plus 8 accuracy plus 2 penetration. Increased reach. Two-hander attacks in cone plus 1 penetration. Heavy blade plus 15% damage as crush. Yeah, it does make less damage than the current one but I'm fairly certain. So let's see, we can enchant it. Although we don't really have the money or possibilities. Accuracy increased, penetration increased. We do lose, at least in the main, probably not that much. Well, might and two-handed. Yeah, the base damage is a bit low, but I still might try it. So let's go with that for now, at least. There are so many positives there that I might want to try to use it. The accuracy and penetration are something that could become useful. Now, let's go to the Luminous Bathhouse. Before we continue to go through that, I'll go get something to drink. Again, I do apologize. These episodes seems to be a bit more slower, of course, because, well, I'll try to deal with the Neketaka. Nice. Reminds me of Ignus from Torment. Was it Ignus? I can't remember. Anyways, I'll be right back. So, let's check around the Luminous Bathhouse. Udine. Boiler room. Boiler room. Maybe we can do something nasty there, like heat the water too hot.
I see you brought your pain, but you need come to ease it. Pity.
A venerable elf sits beside the water, her creased and spotted skin slightly flushed by the heat. Numerous scars mar her skin on face and torso alike. Her eyes open, and their sharp gaze focuses on you. You're Udin, right? We've heard you know where we can find a Remaro. Pain? I have no pain.
Aye, if you say so.
The elf's eyes examine you as a physician might, probing but impersonal. Our dog is bucking out. What brings you to the bathhouse?
It teases my pain. More than that is an awful long yarn, and then Tadlickly.
Oh, by Berath's bulging ball bag, spare us a tragic tale, you poxy old salt. Tell us a Romaro and we'll be leaving you to your misery.
Bulging ball bags? Poxy old salt? Take it easy, Serpent. Honey attracts more flies than vinegar.
Seraphin.
She smiles, an expression both sad and kind.
Romaro described you pointedly. He told me that you would come were ye in danger.
Danger? Nay, not I. I do seek him, though, and I feel that he needs me. Feel it in the deep depths of my furry fun sack. If you care for him, you'll be telling me what you know.
Furry fun sack. Oh, jeez. Okay.
He bade me not tell anybody of his plans, ye included. He's left this area, afeard of the danger he fishes on those near to him.
His eyes are long baned sound accompanied by winds. Seems Remaro didn't want you to find himself, and perhaps you should leave it be. Please help my friend Eddie. He loves Remaro like a father. That's a passionate. Tell us where to find Remaro. Your life is forfeit. Aggressive. We wasted enough time on this. I'll go with the aggressive because I'm a bastard. Like, what's wrong with my dog? I guess he likes to swim. Let's go. Tell us where to find Remaro or your life is forfeit.
He's the nearest thing I got to kin. Why didn't he trust me?
Wait. Did I choose correctly? Let's see.
He did trust you. He trusted you wholly.
Udine frowns at Seraphin, her eyes wet.
I'll tell you, and trust you to con best what to make of the conning. Remaro treated me as galleon for mine clipper. A stuggy trade, surely, but he insisted that he needed the speed. I can't tell you what he intends, but he set sail for Sayuka, intending to replenish there. That's everything I con, for whatever good it does you.
He gave up the sorcerer? And for what? An elven clipper? Makes as much sense as Doug's on a drake cap. He'd be easy catchings for any freebooter after his hide.
Who is hunting Remaro besides Malnage?
That salted cockfarce be the biggest threat, sure as shit. But others will want that bounty too. Not to mention the favour comes with it.
Strange that your good friend is trying so hard to avoid you. We should hurry to Sayuka. We've learned all there is to learn. So, yeah, that is strange that your good friend is trying so hard to avoid you. Seraphin blinks, nose twitching, his ears angled slightly back.
Surely thinks he's protecting me. Stubborn as I seem, Captain Watcher. Romaro makes me look the dabbler.
We've learned all there is to learn here.
Aye. And this steam be doing my fur no favours.
He displays a wetted arm, the hair thick and tangled.
Thank you mightily, lass. Enjoy the baths.
He bows to Udine.
Safe travels. The wages of war catch ye up soon or soon.
Okay. Right. Steward, what do we have here? Fish. Rare and colorful fish swim from end to end the watery enclosure.
Oh, look at that. It's like a little ocean. Oh, we need one of those for our ship.
Right, upper floor, patron, steward, anything else? Gunnar, who are you? You are greeted by a tall, carefully composed man. The crescent moon in the center of his forehead glows faintly. Up close, the careful tailoring of his opal-adorned robes and the immaculate cleanliness speak to a deep well of vanity.
Welcome, welcome. I am Ganor, owner and proprietor of the Luminous Bathhouse.
Of course you are.
If there's any way I might make your visit more comfortable, you need only ask.
He clasps his hand and bows, playfully, his smile tugging at the corner of his lips. Do you know a boy named Dignos?
Casita Vetta's servant? The irritating one? Yes, he was here tending her just a few days ago.
With his hand dismissively and rolls his eye.
He tried to sneak into one of my rooms and told me a pathetic sob story when he was caught. I had the guards toss him out on the street.
So, what do you have for sale? Moistened Co, the Batial Drop, the Abyss. Moistened Co. Ugh. Okay. Let's go to the boiler room first, because why not? Chonti on tune. Chonti all tune, not on tune. I don't know. Mouth speaks, but nothing is behind the wheel. Anyways, bathhouse attendant. Beads of moisture run down the heated copper, leaving the perfume of refined adra in their wake. Interesting. What is that? I say, what is that? This crack in the wall is perhaps just wide enough to accommodate an Aumauer squeezing in sideways. The passage seems to widen the deeper it goes. Squeeze through? I don't know why I want to squeeze through, but bloody hell, I'll do it. If I can, or maybe we get stuck. Oh, okay, this is a one way to... Interesting. Well, again, I'm not just yet going there. Tempting. This might be the fastest way. I do have to say that there are many ways to skin the cat, so to speak. Not literally, of course, you don't want to skin the cat. Never. That's cruel and inhuman. But anyways. So I guess we need to get... Get to the Aumauer's quarters, maybe? Potion of attuned self. Well, I'll take everything I can.
Leave it to me.
You are bathhouse occupant. And this is...
Get out!
Oh, I found it. Oh, sorry. So, satchel is here. A worn, common-looking satchel, curious light. There can't be much in it. Let's make a quick save, but I'm fairly certain I will keep this. Now, what did we got? Avetta seal. An intricately carved seal commonly used to prove the origin of a document or the identity of the document's writer. Rawat hat. Hats come in many different shapes. Well, okay. And the suspicious letter. Dignos, it's all arranged. So long as your captain sticks to her route, our ship will meet yours at the sea 3 days hence. Don't forget to dump your powder before we arrive. Every cannonball that strikes our hull will be one less limb we leave you with. Understand? And be sure to wear a red bandana so we don't kill you by accident. If all goes planned, a spot on our ship and a fair share of the plunder will be yours as promised. Right. Well, let's see what the quest says later. Bathhouse patron. Roparu clothing, okay, and Periki's overlook. Let's set that. Let's check that. I might want to gauge the difficulty of the Archmage Archimer's quest before we even try to tackle with it. Forsaken Cat, let's take that. Wait, where is it? Nua. So, plus 25% stride. Now, journal. Goods and services. Okay. Symbols of death. Floating handman. Travel to the sacred stair district Negetaka. The only lead the Lucia River lies buried somewhere in the sacred stair in Negetaka. Ooh, that's hard. So we are not doing that. Honored. Oh, that's the DLC. Bounty Yakara. Mapping. Lantern of Gown. Lighted bath. Oh. Family pride. Yeah. We find a few ways inside Archimedes Manor, but failure is all but sure. Painted masks, wait a lot to explain further. Sorcerer and gentleman, yes. And tasks. Sealed fate. Return Dagnus satchel to him at Berath Scanner Inquit. I found Dagnus satchel in Luminous Bathhouse. He asked that I not open it. While I was looking for his satchel, Dagnus ran back to... Okay, so I opened Dagnus' satchel and found intricately carved seal, worn leather, and a handful of other strange items. The letter in Dagnus' bag describes a plan to sabotage Avatar's ship, so Dagnus can join the crew of Principe Captain Talfor. So I kind of would like to talk to Avatar, but we probably need to talk to the Dagnus too. Coming in terms, talk to Luca. Oh, right, that. Yes, we'll have to go to the Valiant Trading Company. We could do that at some point. A Velvet Glove, Brass Fist. And of course, this, where would Brass Little Dog, so we will get there later. But yeah, unfortunately, Archmage is out of question at the moment. Okay. Now, so that would be done with this area then. So, I don't want to bore you guys, me running through the bathhouse and whatnot to the... Wait, where do we go next? I'll think we'll go to the Serpent's ground next and then something like that. So, unless something happens, we will meet you at Serpent's Crown. So, be right back. Here we are at the Serpent's Crown. We have Una's Luxuries, Muhai's Estate, Lady Epero's Estate, Kahanga Palace, Road to East, and Takano's Estate. So I'll go like so and see what we can learn. Maybe, do I want... Wait, let's see the main. This is the main quest. I might leave the palace for later, because of course we will come back here quite a few times, so I'll leave the main quest be for now. So we're not going to the palace at the moment. Now this looks nice. Each island in this miniature model has been carefully sculpted, lined with carved rings that indicate height. Nice.
At last. Akira, I have waited a second lifetime.
Okay. Don't mind me. Various unfinished letters lie scattered across the desk. You catch fragments of meandering apology, largely obscured by spilled ink. On the efficacy of imps. Excuse me. Left to their own devices, the winged miscreants accrue loose baubles, hoarding them in filthy dens as often as not established in our cupboards and privies. Seemingly possessed of an antiquity dealer's discernment, each prefers to pilfer the most valuable paraphernalia and potent artifact, yet they remain pathetically inept in the use of even the simplest gewgaw. I admit that Imp's general incompetence makes them appealing retainers. One of the little cretins may display a favored wand of elemental power, but little peril exists of it activating the instrument and immolating your collected volumes of arcana. The same cannot be said of apprentices. Yet the beasts present a danger to the unwary, for they possess a low cunning not unlike that of Xarubs and Orlons. Without a domineering hand to direct them, imps rapidly regress to their base instincts. As a result of their propensity for back behavior, even transitory leniency with a single imp can imperil a wizard in entire collection. Oh.
Leave it to me.
Recent history, Queen's birth, the rise of the cipher Rangas. Oh, somebody's dead there. Yeah, well, obviously because the ghost is standing there.
No one to check up on her, I guess.
Evie, nice. At least we say the door +2 resolve resistance to resolve affliction grants. Yeah. Muhai's remains, the lifeless body of a Huana woman recovered from their state in Serpent's crown.
Any reason we're taking those? I'm guessing that soul's long gone, huh?
No, it's standing right over there, and I kind of collect the remains. GP, yeah. Oh, it's Onyx, okay. And Golden Swole. Okay, let's talk to the Muhai here.
There you are.
Here I am. The spirit tilts her head, considering you. After a moment, she reaches a hand towards you. Reach out your hand. Your hand passes through hers. She lets out soft sighing sound and draws her hand back.
I did not expect to wait so long for Rikuhu's messenger.
The what now?
Or have you come as Berath's usher? The foreigners twist even our gods.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Riku, who is many who want to worship Berath. Oh, yes. So, yes.
Should you not be a dwarf?
I resent that notion. I'm helping Usher out. He's pretty busy. I'm not the Usher. I'm a watcher.
Akira, I have not met one before. Nor will I again, I think.
Most likely not, yeah.
But you are here to take me away, are you not? Well, I refuse to go. Never will I move from this place until justice is done.
She stamps her foot soundlessly.
I follow Magrin's way. Yet sickness took me before my time. I died alone and without honors. It must be put right. My body cannot be left here to rot, forgotten. I feel it there like an itch.
I assume this body is yours?
Yes. To think, a Mutaru of the Kahunga tribe left to die alone and forgotten. Unthinkable.
I guess you weren't very popular.
If I lived, I would show you what I have learned in Magrin's service. But I am dead, and so you are beyond my reach. Indignity upon indignity. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the Sacred Stair. There is a great fire there that burns eternally. Burn my body there, so that it may be dedicated to Magrin in death. I cannot pass from this life until all is in order.
Are you sure this is what you want? Yes, very well. I will fulfill your final wish. That isn't how it works. Find the Adravanes and you will be released with it into the wheel. And why should I bother? How am I supposed to carry body down to the temple without anybody noticing? So are you sure this is what you want?
Of course. When all is done, Magrin will light a path for me. Or else, if I must face a final test of my navigator's skill, I will impress her.
Sure. I guess we will cremate her remains and maybe she then joins us or vanish or something. I don't know. What say? I don't know. Lady Epero's estate. Let's go and steal some stuff and see what Lady Epero has to say to us, maybe. If she is around here. Mercenary swashbuckler. I guess we're fighting then. I guess we're fighting.
For what do you enter my home uninvited? This is my estate, not a beachside hut.
Oh, sorry, bounty. I guess it's the bounty then. Let's try. We probably fail, but we will try. I'm here for the bounty on your head.
You invite this information so freely. Is it your first time?
Gritting her teeth, she advances. I guess we're... So, lady... Ooh. Yeah, it's right over there. We probably die. I didn't check the bounties, you see. Well. Swashbuckler, swashbuckler, mercenary wizard. Now. I'm fairly certain we will fail this, but at least we can try, you know. What's not like... Okay, let's get that over there. Heal thyself, please. Yeah.
I'd be much obliged.
Oh, why are we
I'll be seeing you soon.
I'm fairly certain that we just lost this.
The little blue fuzzball's checked out.
We're dropping like flies.
I know.
Feels like wading through mud.
Yeah, I'm gonna load this. There's no reason to try this at the moment. So indeed, when it's red 3 skulls, it is definitely something you should pay heed. And I probably should check my bounties so I know the names of my bounties, you know? Not just go gallivanting around the places and encounter a bounty I can't beat. Anywho.
Hunter or prey?
Who are you? Nungada, a woman with skin like hardened sailcloth, sits upright and stares off to the distance, her lips held in a tight and thoughtful pinch. She blinks and sits even straighter as you cross her view.
So, it will be you, then.
Me what? Her hand strays towards a sheet at her side, but she holds your gaze evenly. I didn't come for this, but here we go.
No one sent you to find me?
She hesitates, taking on measure with a hard squint.
Then I owe you an apology. I have collected many foes over the years. Some of them would sprint up the mountain to see me push through the jaws of the Great Eel.
Well, they might send me after you at some point. She exhales and moves her hand back to her lap. With me, it's usually Pit or some Engvitar machine instead of an eel.
Kira? I am certain it took hard work to earn such accomplished and capable foes.
She folds her arms and smiles at you.
As Nungata Whale Splitter, I cleared the jungles and seas alike of slippery creatures. I earned my foes later, when I hunted a deadlier prey.
Whale Splitter. What do you have to do to earn such a name? Split a whale? Maybe? Men, lots of men. Extremely tall women. Pirates. Pirates?
Akira, often. I was a bounty hunter.
You're Nungata, eh? I heard you'd gone all dry up in driftwood. The sea word weren't far from the mark.
Spoken like a man who has never heard a driftwood club crack an enemy's skull.
lifts her brow at Serpent before returning her focus to you.
It's been years since I tossed a harpoon, so now I stay abreast of what bounties need filling.
Ah.
That's Mataru retirement for you.
You must think everyone is out to get you.
An occupational hazard, I say.
True.
Hunters do not play well with others.
Ever missed the hunt?
I miss traveling across the archipelago, answering to no one but my empty belly and purse. But this is a younger woman's game. Better that I step aside and make way for aspiring killers. Akara?
Okay, so what bounties do you have available?
Interested in taking up the trade, are we?
Well, killing, earning money and stuff. Sounds about right. Yes, continue, please.
I warn you that I deal in the heads of the exceptionally dangerous. A lady needs standards, after all.
After all, yes, of course. She raises her brow and searches for any sign of hesitation. I assume that means they're exceptionally well priced.
You assume right, Hunter. Let's cut your teeth on clever Bena, infamous dwarf mystic of the obscured. A scavenger, I say. Picks off those who trust her for an evening, and then pockets their coin when she's bled them out. Bena was seen traveling on an island due southwest of Osongo.
Okay, I'll return with her head. Farewell, eventually. So how hard that would be? Yeah, much later, thank you. Ereti?
Do you seek companionship on your travels across the Deadfire? Why not take a little friend along? We have many animals on offer, all well-trained and eager for a new home.
Okay, let me see what you have.
Here, you are sure to find one that suits you.
Thank you. So how much would it cost to buy all of these? I will buy all of these at some point. Bubble the cat, stride, Elmo, more stride, Ginger Demon, Catherine von Killian the cat. Well, yes, Loki, 15 area effect, that's nice. Milks, intellect, Otto Starcat, also all the 5 keyworded power levels. Oh. Atlas, 1 perception, makes sense. Chili. Holly. Pancake. Might. Roxy. Freya. Mercedes. Socrates. Well, it didn't give intellect. I thought it would be. Gizmo. That's right. Barkstring. Dexterity affliction. Ginger Al Isri Pumpkin Eater. Rare Dan. And Nebula. So at some point I'll probably buy all of these. It's not too expensive, but I don't think I have the money to buy them right now. So we are avoiding the palace, and but we will go to Takano's estate. And I'm fairly certain I'll try my best to go through the Neketaka in this episode, even if it lasts longer. Maybe it doesn't. And so at next episode we could start tackling with a few of things we can do around here, and maybe starting to sail again. Okay, Takano. You must have sailed far to come here. Roparu servant. Egg. Fine flail, copper piece. Unfortunately, I can't take those. without causing problem, I would assume a stiletto.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Yeah, nice.
I'll see it.
Wanna cave? Cornet waves. Huh. This conch is inscribed with the wave and crescent symbol of Ondra. The tip has been sawn off and fitted with a silver mouthpiece. When you hold it to your ear, you hear crashing waves and faint sound of woman singing. Quest item. So, does... and the question is, does it matter if somebody sees me? Yeah, we'll have to wait him to leave, so I'll take the quest item after that. Could you know, move? Thank you. Here we go. That worked perfectly. You see cracks along the surface of this battle horn where it was carefully repaired. A wide blade is mounted here beneath it, and engraving is for courage in battle. Courage. Takano's key. I'm fairly certain nobody can see me around here, but we will be careful nonetheless. I shall take everything.
Done.
Blessed incense. Self plus 2 history plus insight. Right. And potion of spirit shield. So, let's see what the Takano has to offer. An older Mataru man stands ringed by a... Let's try that again. An older Mataru man stands ringed by younger Huana, apprentices or pupils, it seems. His robes shimmer with quartz beading, and his perfume announces his presence from across the room. Yet beneath his finery, he looks like a fighter gone to seed. Disused muscles flop from his arms, and flap pads him like so many layers of silk. He looks up and notices you.
Greetings, and welcome to my home.
He gestures to the lavish room, puffing his broad chest out a little more.
For what do you come to my villa?
Mainly stealing your stuff, beaming his spreads his arm wide.
Is he going to do this every time?
I don't know. Takano continues grinning at you, oblivious to Alat's irritation. Read Takano's soul. If we can do it, we'll do it. Your essence slips from your body, and Takano's soul enfolds yours like a warm, oily thing. As his fears and questions seep into you, your perspective shifts to his. At first, you worried this meadow world before you had been sent by the Valiant debt collectors. It would be a low trick, taking advantage of your famous hospitality. But then those Valiants are crafty. Perhaps if your villa were bigger, then they might know you are a man worthy of respect. At least you have their shell. You tuck it away, not only for safekeeping, but also because you are a little ashamed of it. How could a such simple, ugly thing be sacred to a god? But it was a gift from the queen, and so you keep it. Your gaze strays to the wall. Yes, you must knock down that section there. Install a wide, grand window, once you have the money. You retreat from Takano's soul to find him watching you with a placid smile. Farewell. Okay. I have no idea about it. That's done. Now we have something of his. That was a quest item. So next area would be what? Maybe I should go to a Gullet, then Sacred Stair, and then Brass Citadel. Maybe. So, once I'm on the next place, we'll see you there. Be right back. Okay, you leave the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the winding path into the Gullet. For the first For a time, the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls and rundown Huana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into the rock face. After a lengthy journey through the dimly lit tunnel, you come to the gates of the Gullet. The stench hits you first, a foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaped high with mouldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the Gullet emerge as a collection of lights, and amid the darkness, you hear the rush of water below, and the frigid breeze wafts up from the unseen depths like an exhalation. Whatever.
Please, I did nothing.
You see a man being dragged along rickety broadwall toward a rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip. The guard delivers a savage backhand.
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
The warrior casts a meaningful glance at the woman standing a short distance away.
Let him go!
She screams at the guards, but she doesn't dare approach. The man notices her. His face lights up with shame.
Beer! I'm sorry!
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
The guards drag the Roparu into metal cage and lock him inside. He shouts and rattles the bars as it is lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually his screams are lost to the depths.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
Interesting. So what is down there? Probably the Gullet.
Be careful. The Gullet is no place for outsiders.
I go where I please. Old City Lift. Neketaka. The Hole. Refuse Pile. Neketaka. Narrows. Pitli's Sanctuary. Enoi's home. Delis's home. And Biha's home. Okay, we leave the Biha last. So we'll start going like so, then we check the hole. Indeed, we check the hole. Are we? Yeah, it's fast, okay. Oh, Overseer Hitenga, you're a name person. I kind of want to talk to you. Probably. A guard folds his arms, watching activity on the walkways through slitted eyes. A coral-piercing juts from his lower lip. He notices you with a sharp nod. Why was that man sent below?
Otaro? He associated with foreign criminals.
He spits. The gob of saliva is just one more splotch on the weathered and mottled boards.
I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her.
I bet you are.
These wicked sorts overrun the Gullet and corrupt the Roparu. Our justice must be swift and firm.
So where does the lift go?
To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep.
Well, that will be an interesting place to wander.
And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The Gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates.
Where is Biha now?
Hers is the first house you come to.
Thank you.
Just there.
He points out southwest across the walkways.
You'll probably find her there.
I probably will. I want access to the lift to the old city.
Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook.
History. Neketaka has a rich history and some of it lies buried. I must see it for myself. He shakes his head.
It's your neck, Ikira.
He whistles and the guard standing by the lift looks over at him and nods.
We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own.
I kind of hope that is not actually...
The guard will let you pass. Though I urge you to reconsider.
A time thing? Probably not. Anyhow, we are not going down there. Just by the by. If I would be The masks, family pride, the lighted bath. Wait. Did we? Oh, right, this is this, okay. Talker. Oh, it's Alice, okay. Family pride. Well, Biakar is something we probably can do at some point. Well.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us?
Maybe
At
just...
this rate, who'll be left to suffer the Mataru's ire?
A damp mosquito trap billows up from the chasm.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
A gaunt robbery woman grabs you for your leg. She paws at you with a weak grip, fingers boned in and trembling.
Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry.
Kick her. You slam your foot against the beggar's shoulder, knocking a whimper from her as she topples to the side. Her hair hangs stringy in her face.
As if my soul does not suffer enough.
What do you mean? She shakes her head.
Forgive me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Anoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks. Out of earshot of the guards.
Of course, okay.
He's there. In the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger.
Her quavering arm points toward the southeast. Do you have no access to food?
Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years. Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before.
This is so horrible. Maybe you should seek paying work. There are places that will sell even a vagrant food. A disbelieving laugh cracks from her throat.
Many Raparu come from other islands these days. They are strong and capable workers. But they too tithe to the prize share.
Okay, walk away. Yeah. Okay. Half-eaten food scraps litter the pile. A rancid stench rises from it. You are Robaro street urchin. Okay, street urchins. Now. Well, I'll have to upgrade my bleak walker abilities, so... Sweet incense masks the odor of the offerings, rotten fruit and spoiled fish. Wait, what is this place? Well, too late for that now. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. A long passage stretches to your left and right. Shadows move into the guttering torchlight, but they are nothing more than shapes at this distance. The chatter and bustle of the Gullet continues behind you. Go right. You trudge along the darkened passage and reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off the right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. Go right. The tunnel branches to the left. The floor around the entrance is spattered with something that as thick and dark as tar. It looks like sweat. Sweat can be traced. Provisioners in the Vale Republics where the markets are planted this way. Okay. Go left. A handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over the chest. One of them spits vicious black glob at your feet. He rolls dark blood between his teeth. Better head back, friend. Its invitation only passed here. Attack the guards. Let's see if we can deal with these. Probably not. Well, we might. We might. We just might. you guys move here. You attack that.
Bring them down.
I'll attack that now. Can you? Yeah, I think you can. That's a bruiser, that's a healer, that's a sorcerer. Unfortunately, they are too far away at the moment. And let's put the Slicken here.
Me too, man. I think not.
That's it.
So far, so good. Yeah, we are taking a little beating here, yes. I kind of wish we had the dog so we could attack the healer and or sorcerer here. You guys, I need both of you. Attack sorcerer, yes. Let's heal ourselves. Heal. Do you have a heal? Yes, you do. That's not good. Thug, bruiser, cutthroat.
Feeling the strain. That's not very helpful.
No, that's not. But we are doing our best. We probably win this, maybe. But we might lose Aloth here.
Please.
Oh, fourth.
I should rest and tend to my wounds.
Yes.
No prisoner.
Everybody attack one guy now. Let's lay on hands. Come on, just kill someone, please. This can't be this hard, you know?
Bring them down.
Either, yeah. Either, go, 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 please, go.
Seeing you soon.
Take that.
We're dropping.
Oh, fourth. Honestly, this shouldn't be this hard, you know? Let's go with that.
Rebirth awaits me.
Bones. Shoddy's done.
Okay, this is not working. We really need to load this. I'm fairly certain we can deal with this, but not like that. The problem is I kind of wish to have... Oh, bloody hell. A dog or something like that that could attack those wizards. Oh, by the by, you would most likely be better off with that, so you can hit something. Now, could you, move here and attack the healer? If we can take these down, I think the healer was almost dead, but not. Come on, kill the... Oh, this is not going too well for me.
That must have hurt.
Nope, 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 no. Okay, you guys. Run forward, thank you. You attack the healer. Wait, why didn't you come here? Bloody hell, come on. You need to deal with the healer, thank you. Aloth, at the moment.
Hey, watch it with that.
This is futile.
Okay, what is happening here? The healer is over there. Please kill the healer. Guys, attack the healer. Kill it. Kill the healer. Kill the healer. Please, kill the healer. Thank you. Now the sorcerer. If you could.
Hey.
Come on, kill the sorcerer. Sorcerer, please. Faster, faster.
I'll have your eyes for that one.
Come on, get that sorcerer. Yes.
Futile.
Now you can do whatever you please, unless... Let's get the Brawler.
Help here.
Yeah, I know. Don't you have any... Yes, you do.
What do you need?
You might want... Okay, that worked nicely. He's dead already. Come on. Yeah. Let's kill that one, please. Come on. Much better. Not the greatest, but at least we managed to deal with it, yes. Now this will go to you. Rest is pretty much something I will sell. Unfortunately, Aloth took a real beating there, but yeah. The problem is we need to get those healers and magicians first, especially the healer. Then it really went a little bit better. I probably should use the bombs more also. And I kind of wish to have a person with animal companion. That is something I got so used to in the original Pillars of Eternity, where I used the animal companion to deal with the sorcerers and whatnot behind the enemy lines. You wipe your blood off your hands and continue. At the end of the passage, a stately door crafted of polished mahogany. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. Whatever beyond the door is likely far more elegant than anything else you see near Gullet. Enter the hideout. Well, at least we try. And see what it is. A man claps enthusiastically, a fierce grin on his sharp-featured face. The guards around him hold their weapons close, clearly less amused than their boss. Are Delver's row criminals. Somewhere beneath the Gullet is a loose confederation of thugs, thieves, black marketeers, and other seedy individuals known as Delver's Row, or Peaky Blinders. It's a place where most things can be found for the right price, and word always travels quickly.
You gather enemies like fruit at harvest. A remarkable skill, that.
I know.
I normally despise unannounced visits, but then they are rarely so entertaining.
He looks into the tunnel where his guards lie dead.
Tell me, what brings you here in such spectacular fashion? And please, do not bore me now.
There's a rattle of metal and squeak of leathers as he takes step toward you. You note the stiffness of his gait and a strange thickness in the legs of his trousers. I'm fairly certain I can't take them. Your guard should have stayed out of my way.
Such spirit. You do not disappoint, amigo.
Derail leans back, sizing you up. As he shifts his way, you glimpse a metal and letter rising above his foot, the bottom of a leg brace.
A moment. You are the watcher of the Deerwood, no?
Yeah, that is I.
Let us put our weapons away, so we can speak like civilized folk.
We can speak like this.
Are manners dead in this city? You are fortunate I am such a gracious host.
He flicks his finger dismissively.
Nevertheless, you could use more friends in Nekataka, and I could use your skills.
After a moment, he seems to forget his irritation.
There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me.
Most people of your standing like to handle the acquisition themselves. That's a streetwise. Let's go with that.
Alas, none of my people are watchers.
No.
And you will see things they cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace. The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts.
One hand plays with elaborate decoration at his sleeve.
Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank.
I'm guessing we might find it in the old city.
Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself.
Nice.
I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
You don't mean valuable in the monetary sense? Insight. He coughs into his hand to hide his fluster.
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
Very well. Let's see the journal. So that is the cornet score. I acquired conch instrument card with the symbols on us. Seems like, yes. What did we learn? More badly than he lets on. He said it's valuable, but he didn't elaborate. I'm not the first attempt to do the job. There are said related artifact cornet was lost in the old city. Takano isn't especially attached to the Cornet of Waves, and he's sort of short on coin. Perhaps he'd be willing to sell it. Well, we didn't need to buy it because we stole it. At least there's that. Thug, bruiser, brawler. Okay, we're gonna lockpick this. Nothing interesting. Okay. That's a cannon, or mortar. The cannon is engraved with the emblem of the Royal Deadfire Company. Yes, we want to lockpick it, so we get the experience. Fine hunting bow. Wait.
Now.
Whoops. The queen that was and still is. Dear sisters, do you still remember your first deliverance, when you strangled your first wrongdoer? Did you see the moment when life became death? Could you see the instance when your victim realized that Voidica forgets nothing? When Voidica takes back her throne, will you face her with pride, knowing you have held to your own oaths, or will you be amongst the word breakers? Voidica teaches vengeance and memory, and while she is an exile, we must be her eyes and ears that let no injustice slip from record. We must be clenched fist that silences the lying breath. When Voidica takes back her throne, all the injustices that have slipped through the cracks of history will be righted. The villains hiding in plain sight amongst the innocent will feel the burnt Queen's choking grasp. Pray that you'll live to see the day when you will join our Queen in this cleansing of the wicked. But know, my sisters, that we must be ready to see the end of our days without the return of our Queen. For she will take back her throne, but it may be our daughters that serve the restored court. We must continue to live as we have always lived, hated by the others' fates, even though we place justice above our own well-being. At least the Empire of Eothas still holds our creed in proper esteem. It is a proper sign of respect that, by imperial custom, our clergy must oversee a contract for it to be legally binding. For who else understands the value of remembering one oaths than Voidica's faithful? And let us now not count our current blessings, for we still enjoy the support of the Paladin Order of the Steel Garrote. They too understand the society is built and broken by the oaths and rules of its people. When Voidica takes back her throne, my family will know that I was right to commit my life to the exiled queen. When Voidica takes back her throne, the Strangler will stop being story-told to frighten our daughters, but a hero woven into parables that teach our children justice. When Voidica takes back her throne, she will bring her flawless memory with her. Every transgression, every crime, and every injustice will be revealed. When Voidica takes back her throne, even gods won't be spared their due retribution. Okay. So, wait. There you are.
What do you require?
What happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle.
Nice.
Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
The Principi seem divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides, like squabbling merchants from the republics?
He makes face as if he's just smelled something awful.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage.
His long fingers try to his shining swollen.
He ain't blowing ballast, Cap. Don't mean there's a course to be charted back to the golden days, though.
Let's listen.
But we need them still. The new bloods are Principi too now, and many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
So, about the Coronet of Waves?
A most agreeable topic, or so I hope. What do you require?
So, is this the artifact you're looking for?
Let us hope so. I hear rumors that Takano was robbed by an unknown thief. I do hope no one beat you to it.
I can assure you, no one did. He examines the conch, tracing his delicate fingers over the untried symbols. Pleasure shines in his eyes.
And now the real work begins. You must take this to the Undercroft.
He hands the shell back to you.
Funny how they never mention the real work up front.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, Ada. I noticed that too. It's always, yeah, we will help you. There's a little thing. There's another little thing. And soon that little thing balloons in a huge thing and suddenly we are neck deep hunting cards and whatnot.
Ay, Miko. It is but a jaunt.
Yes, of course.
It lies just below Delva's Row. It is where goods of questionable provenance originate. Take the lift from Delva's Row, not the lift in the Gullet, mind you. My associate Gwenfen will await you outside a passage in the old Juana style.
If you're just now telling me, then there must be a reason for this secrecy. I brought you the conch. You can't go changing the terms of our deal now. I changed the deal. Pray that I don't alter it again. What then? Well, let's go with the... If you're just now telling me, then there must be a reason for this secrecy.
The ruins of the old city are perilous, yet rumored to hide great treasures.
Yes.
Still, the Juana do not permit people to go there except to die. And yet, among the ruins is a certain mosaic.
He rubs at the gold stitching on his outfit. Go on.
The shell you found will reveal it to you. Gwynfin can explain all when you find her.
He leans close, praises squeaking.
It is said the old city was once as grand as Serpent's crown. Whatever treasure you find there is yours to keep.
Naturally.
For now, take this. Consider it an advance.
I kind of wish it would be more than 300 copper coins. He hands you a bag of coin. How do I reach the undergrowth?
There is a lift in Delva's Row, next to a Netzel shop. I will see that the people who guard it do not give you trouble.
Well, you should. Otherwise there would be more dead bodies.
Once you descend, cross the bridge. Behind the stockade is a door to... well, a very old place. You will know it when you see it. Gwynfin will await you and the cornet there. Do whatever she asks as though the request comes from me.
Sure. I need to ask another matter. Apparently no. So I think that's it for now. By the by, how this quest is 2 levels higher than your character. Cannot I proceed with caution? I might, but not yet. Again, I don't want to go explore the Narrows. You'll leave the opulence of Darrow's hideout behind you. Return to the dank, drafty tunnels. Go right. The tunnel branches, but you trudge along the darkened passage to reach an intersection. The tunnel branches off to the left and right. You hear the distant murmur voices, but see not right. On your left is abandoned merchant stall displaying cheap jewelry. The path continues to left. Inspect the merchant stall. Watcher only check. Okay. We failed. Inspect. Can I still try it? I'll try once more. I'm guessing we... Failure, streetwise check 6, incidentals, streetwise 5, base 3. Okay, so we don't have the chance even. Go forward. A tunnel opens to your right. Rats squeak, skitter away at your approach. Way before you cross through the dark. Go right. The stone floor is littered with fish bones and bread crust, stamped with footprints in all shapes and sizes. Voices echo down the passage that fade you. Go forward. The passage opens into a large cavern. Below you, ramshackle buildings grow together like a broken teeth. A maze of streets winds between them, some barely wide enough for two to pass abreast. And yet, throngs of people fill the narrow streets and tiny plazas, their voices rising with the smoke of hundreds of their torches. Explore the neighborhood. You pick your way down the worn, uneven stairs and descend into the hubbub below. One men, women, and children surround you, all laughing, haggling, and quarreling over one another. You notice a few foreign faces, aliens, Eodorans, and even few Rawatayans slipping through the crowd. A heady mixture of flying fish, unwashed bodies, and accumulated refuse permeates the air. You come across a robber man and woman sitting on a rooftop, watching the activity below. They are passing pipe back and forth and talking quietly. He gnaws the end of the pipe nervously. My neighbor disappeared near the undergrowth weeks ago. She shrugs. Always smugglers and pirates lurking there. Some of them turn to slaving. He nods, taking a puff. That's for what I stay away from Delva's Row. Plenty of bad swords there. She holds her hand out for the pipe. Ekera, but they are their only swords who pay. They lapse into silence, smoking peacefully. Continue exploring. You find yourself in the middle of a shop-lined street, backed shoulder to shoulder with the people around you. You can barely move. But you know how pickpockets operate. You keep your hands over your valuables as passerby brushes against you. You feel a hand reach to your purse. You grab its wrist and pull the thief towards you. Yay! Before you is a Juana child. her eyes wide in terror. Steal child's money. You snatch a coin purse from the child's hip. She makes you grab for it, but you push her away. She slinks away, giving you a final rueful glare. You snatch a coin purse. Yes, so we gain 50 coppers. Like taking candy from the baby. The child disappears among the crowd. Continue exploring the neighborhood. Nothing irrelevant catches your attention this time. I'll try once more. You come across robber man and woman. Oh, okay, this is the same. He takes. She scrapes pattern in the grid, sneaking luminous dust for the Principe man, better than pushing raw water cannons, I say. He blows a long stream of smoke through his nose. My cousin went to do muzzle for him. She says he pays well and pays fast. She picks dirt from under her nails. Best work in the Gullet, as long as Mataru and their trader friends don't notice. Nothing relevant catches you. Okay, I think let's return to Narrows. Go forward. Go red. You make your way forward, feeling the walls to guide yourself in the darkness. Your hands come away slimy. You smell something foul further down the tunnel. The stench of loose bowels and metallic tang of blood. At the end of the tunnel, you find a body slammed against the wall. Stab wounds rend the corpse's clothes and flesh, and its arms and knees twist unnatural angles. Well, search the body. Okay, you find small note stuffed in the dead man's pocket. Read the note. Uller, there's a new shipment for you, for your robbery friends, waiting near lift in Delver's Row. Come get the food, for the cave stink rots it. Your mad Captain Morena. P.S. Keep the old man my regards. I put an extra koiki in there just for him. P.P.S. Don't say I'd never done anything nice. You gained an item. Deadman's note. The item is put in their stash. Turn around. Go left. Oh no, we're here. Narrows. Go right. Go left. The alley winds ahead. To the left, you hear din of multitude and the smell of musk of many birds. Go left. The tunnel broadens into an exit. Through the passage, you hear the tunnel tumult of the Gullet, the shouting, wailing laughter of the 100 robbers in garbage. Okay. Exit to the Gullet, I guess. I'll probably go and gallivanting there more, but I think I found everything I need at the moment. Well, that was interesting. Sweet incense. Oh, we already checked that. Yes.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Where's the cat? Ikis. Plus all defenses against body affliction, mind affliction, attacks. Nice. Okay, quick save. Pitli's Sanctuary, let's check that. Well, it would seem that I can't check all the areas in this episode either. What is this? The flasks I am debuted for the crusty reside of used up medicine. Crusty reside of used up. And the woman bends over the pile of dry, bitter-smelling herbs. She's crushing and mashing them on a dirty scrap of parchment, coughing with effort. She steps in front of you to block your way, wiping ragged sleeve across her roomy, bloodshot eyes. As she does, her hood sleeps. Excuse me. And you glimpse 3 faded stars on her forehead, and the emblem of the children of the Dawn Stars.
Pitli? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
Eder seems pleased.
I didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along.
She turns her head and stifles a croupy cough.
I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick.
Are you ill?
Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be.
She takes another step, blocking your view to the room beyond. The herbs on the table give off an odor that scratches at your throat. Out of my way. What are you hiding for? Scroll prayers, some in Huana script, are stashed in her shrine. Potion of relentless striking. Feverish Roparo. Ah.
Stop.
She hurries after you, wheezing and coughing.
It's best you don't get too close. They're sick. All of them. Just let me do what I can and don't tell anyone they're here. Please.
Why are you hiding sick people?
Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster.
So what is Drowner's lung?
A gift from the Valians.
Well, that really didn't answer the question. She scolds, dabbing the room from her eyes.
Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I hear it's a long, hard end.
She trails off for a moment, a distant look in her watering eyes.
I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here.
She frowns and gives her nose a vicious swipe.
Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air.
She wipes the back of her hand on her leg and shudders.
Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu.
I hope they toss you in for spreading the plague, you idiot.
I'm trying to tell you, there's a cure.
I know, but it would seem, because we are playing the Bleak Walker, we probably don't get it. I'm trying, yes.
You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it.
Lady, I'm not a walking charity here.
Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town.
She turns away, whooping and hacking into her arm.
And I know you got your share of enemies on that side of town.
Really?
Of course, maybe I'm wrong. If you need to get to Delver's Row, I bet there's someone at the tavern who could tell you how. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing.
New task, okay. What interest do the children of the Dawnstar have in the Gullet?
About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Row.
Go on.
All the while, the Gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace.
She makes a circular motion with her fingers. I see.
Some days, I think maybe this is why Eothas brought us to Deadfire. So we can do some good.
Okay.
Other days, I'm too damn tired.
She arches her back, popping her spine. Well, farewell. So we got a Delver's Row, uncover the route. Well, of course, we are going to ask about that. Well, we'll see what we'll do. If probably rat them out, because why not? At least we try to check this area on this episode before we end. Tellis is home. Oh no, is home.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Oh, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, I mean, of course, it's gone, but I'm so sorry.
Awkward. Anywho. No one's here. Well, I'll take my chances then. Oh, that, yeah, basic rubber. Basic rubber. Yeah, this is the, it's home. I know. Let's see what we can find from here. Except, of course, maybe the... Ah. Come on.
I hear.
Do you? Do you really? Hello? An elderly rubber man squints in your direction before blinking profusely. He hobbles closer, bare feet slapping and splintered floorboards on of his abode.
What say you, boy?
He appears steadily into your face, blinking faster all the while. The man's arms are thin as sticks. What teeth he has are yellowed or black from years of malnourishment. Say nothing.
I can hear you breathing, boy.
Era looks at you and takes in a deep breath, holding it and motioning for you to do the same.
Now, no breath but flapping arms from your companion. Is he soft of mind? You must be charitable to have taken him in.
Era? Yeah, he can be soft of mind, yeah.
You got no idea.
I hear much and many things, like the footsteps of a god on the horizon. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the Gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
Actually, a starving beggar sent me to speak with you. His lids half closed, heavy with thought.
The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly, it is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
Serpent's eyes close as he nods along. The old man shrugs.
This is the Juana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least.
Why are the Raparu least deserving, the last to partake of the tribe's spoils?
The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kuaru provided skilled goods and services.
Warriors and priests, Mataru, Kuaru would be artisanal and merchant class.
The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large.
Ah, unskilled laborers and to starve in the times of scarcity.
The dawn stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain. Mad Morena, they call her. to bring us food from the black market.
I think I met him.
But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead.
You are correct, sir.
The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Point is, I kind of want to do the quests, but I'll have to see how I do it. But what we have here, that. Again, now, I'm quite interested to see one thing. You there, let's make a quick save.
The Gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates.
Okay, Derek gave me a permission to use the lift to the undercroft. For several seconds, he only blinks at you.
That is interesting, because this lift goes to the old city. I hear there is a lift to the Undercroft from Delver's Row, and Delver's Row is a haven for criminals, of which Dario is the worst. I am sworn to punish such criminals, and their associates.
Let's see how this goes. He is quite studying your face with suspicious glare. At last he grunts.
Stay out of trouble. Akira?
Okay. Let's say there were some people sick with drowner's lung. His narrowed eyes widen.
Let's not say that.
Shorty cuts your warning glare.
This would be a great danger to the Gullet. Possibly the entire city. You know something?
He watches you, his pierced lips parted. Pitli has hidden several ill robber in her home.
Dawnstar. Her soft heart risks the whole district.
He shakes his head, frowning. Ooh. He spits. Okay.
You do well to warn us.
Pitli and her charges are shellfish to hide their disease. They deserve punishment.
I do not wish to punish them, but to spare the rest of the Gullet.
He whistles through his teeth. Two other guards approach.
God damn it, Watcher! I can't believe you! Just whose side are you on?
I'm on my own side, of course.
Turning in someone for being sick. You out of your mind?
Go to Pitli's home at once. Bring any you find here, but take care to cover your face.
Oh yeah, experience horse medicine. I informed the sick robber. Pitli and her charges were banished to the old city. I'll probably meet them there, so yeah, that will be interesting. So I'll do the level up and the next episodes. Wait.
You've caught the eye of someone important.
A cloaked figure sidles up to you, hidden behind a raspy whisper and a long drooping hood.
If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the narrows at the western end of the Gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail. Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
I've been there already, you know. Okay, let's talk to Biha. Save. One child, Biha.
Was taking Bataro not enough for you?
Two sickly Huana infants lie swaddled under the rags. Hello. Hello. A woman dresses a row of tunics and sarongs hanging from the rafters. Her pointed teeth are gritted in frustration, her lips set in a snore. The clothes are spotless, yet she swings a handful reeds again and again, grunting with each blow. Several children huddle together, whispering and looking on with red, tearful eyes.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
She punctuates each statement with a fierce whack of the reed. The children flinch, looking between you and the woman. Wait and observe. The silence stretches on for several seconds until finally she looks at you. A fraction of her anger burns off.
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
How did you know the man who was lured in the old city? One of the children starts to say something, but Biha shoots him a sharp glare. She turns back to you, arms crossed, gripping the reed bundle tightly.
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
She begins swatting their laundry again, though with considerably less gusto. I'll go with the insight. I know you're scared, but I'm not here to harm you. Yet.
We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you?
She turns away from you, striking a sarong harder and harder.
Traders say they bring riches in their big ships.
The fabric pops and snaps beneath her fury. Sweat is flying, spattering the clean star.
But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
She pauses and takes another couple swings at the sarong. Listen.
The Rowatayans promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all.
Moves to the next tunic, thrashing it with an even greater fury.
Kira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Bataro said we would finally leave.
She breaks off, her shoulder heaving as she catches her breath. Wait.
Outsiders cover our islands with walls and gates. Many Huana come to Nekataka, but even here, the outsiders crowd us. In the villages, the chieftains know even the Roparu. Here, even neighbors are strangers. That is Deadfire now.
She shakes her head angrily.
I only want to be free of this place. That is how the trouble started. I heard a Rowatayan captain took up at the tavern. Seduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Bataro went and found her in the tavern.
Her eyes go hard and dark.
Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage.
She bares her teeth at the memory. Well, aggressive Seducer will listen to me or she'll taste the edge of my blade.
Do not blunt your teeth on careless words.
I don't. She looks at you with the same critical eye she is giving her laundry, wringing and tucking the reeds.
Everyone knows the Rowatayans are made of brass. They listen only to their commanders. But still, maybe it goes different for you.
Maybe it does. She looks around, taking in the hanging clothes and huddled children and the warped and splintering walls of the shack around them.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks, when he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket.
Can you take a different ship? She shakes her head.
Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valiants take slaves.
She lowers her voice and glances furtively around.
They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowatayans have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there.
Tell me about the stash of coin Baldur had. Furry creases her face. She sizes you up with a quick look.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you.
She licks her lips.
After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowatayans. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body.
I could look for Baldur.
I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer...
Well, I'm going there at some point anyways. She trails off, working the reeds between her hands while hope and dread battle in her eyes.
It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps...
She steadies herself with a shake of her head.
Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot.
And tell me about the captain.
Seduzo.
Bia is holding the reed so tightly that she snaps one in two.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out.
She looks down at the broken reed in her hands.
Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
Well, we can ask about the Delver Road. She blinks in horror.
Never. That is the surest way to get the attention of the Overseer.
She lowers her voice.
I hear it is somewhere in the Narrows. It is possible Anoi knows. He has lived here longer than any.
I see.
One day, the Mataru will descend on Delver's Road to clean out the thieves and pirates. Stay away from it.
How many of you need a passage to Rauatai?
We are 6. 3 children, 2 babes, and me.
Are they all yours?
Such a strange question. A Raparu child is the child of all Raparu. At least that is the way in the village where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Okay, I'll ask
We
that
are
once more.
6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. My
I
village
see.
was not like this.
Okay.
Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
So, now I was supposed to go to the deal with this area completely through in this episode, but unfortunately, well, not completely because we are not going to the old city just yet. But I was supposed to go to the
dreaming about a priest that died, then rose again. What do you think that means? I see him walking Aora. Nothing but bones, lit by the flames of his soul.
Thank you for interrupting me. So, next episode, we are going to check the hole. Before that, I'll level up. And hopefully, next episode, we can also check the secret stair and press it a little and see what quests we can do around this area. I mean, the whole city. Maybe Old City, maybe the Valian Trading Company, and whatnot. But that will be for the next episode. So, again, I do apologize. These episodes might be a bit tedious because they are just mostly checking around the city, but I'm fairly certain this will be the biggest city in this game. So after we're done with that, then it's more about gallivanting around the sea and whatnot. And hopefully I have most of the quests from here to do. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.